by the way, the show. I mean, look. I don't need to clickbait. We're okay. All right. I'm not like desperate for more clicks. To put it mildly.
Okay, so I see a humble brag and a way for you to deflect the criticism that you used PewDiePie's controversy to kind of clickbait people and make them watch the podcast. But when somebody else brings up your financial situation, it's a little different.
It was great. No, I'm so happy. Seems like you're doing all right for yourself.
Yeah, we got some walls. We got some curtains.
We're trying.
What?
You know, we're trying.
What does this prove?
It's been too
Still
long.
hustling.
What's this? What are you?
Yikes.
Wait, yikes? What yikes? What did I say?
I'm not getting the yikes there.
Ooh, you really didn't like that.
What? I had no problem with that. I was just goofing around.
What the heck?
Doesn't take a genius to see you did not like that. Tim.
What? I had no problem with that.
I think it does take a genius.
Apparently,
I think
yeah,
we're
genius
not on
on a
the-
level.
We're
He's
not
acting
on
like that's the
Chris's
most
level.
cringe thing that has been in the video so far. Like, that really got him.
I totally didn't have
That
a problem
Ethan
with
is
that.
making a fuck ton of money from the podcast. That would be crazy. But since John hit a soft spot there,
That's
let me poke a little further into it. Ethan, you started the podcast because ad revenue was low. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need money to support yourself, then get it however you need. Just make sure your content doesn't suffer. But let me fill you guys in on a little juicy detail, little piece of nice meat. Do you want to know why Ethan is focused so heavily on the podcast over the last year? Why he hasn't made any original content in the last 4 months? Why his Twitter
Yes.
now links to the podcast channel
Yes,
instead of the
tell
main
me.
channel?
Yes.
It's because the podcast makes a fuck ton of money.
That's one reason. The other reason, which I've said many times, is that I just lost interest in making the same old videos. It wasn't good. I didn't like doing it. The reaction video format and the criticism and all that is like the constant search for looking for videos and reaching for things to criticize. I didn't like it doing it anymore. I felt like
The whole thing became very negative for us.
Yeah, it
Just
was-
the workflow at home, we started to not even enjoy the process. And then all of a sudden we were working here and you get to go to an office and you get to work with other people.
Yes. I like
And it gave us a stability. It felt like every week we know what we're doing.
Yes.
It's our decision. I don't know. There were different reasons.
But I feel like we just kind of moved on to something else, right? We decided we wanted to do this, and I mean, we spoke about it a lot, but
Yeah.
But ultimately, the creative process became really toxic for us, and we just didn't enjoy the process anymore. So the podcast was more fresh and exciting and fun, and yes, more lucrative too, which is all the more reason to continue to invest ourselves in it.
Let me break it down for you. Why is it that almost every YouTuber I know of has started a podcast this year? Well, the answer's pretty simple. They make money. It's because podcasts can get direct sponsors,
fuck?
and direct sponsors make a lot more than just regular content.
What kind of genius analysis is this? People make podcasts because they make
But
money.
Here's where the problem arises. Each episode of the H3 podcast has 3 to 4 sponsors.
No!
What?
3 to 4. Dude, have you ever watched a podcast? They all have that many. In fact, if you look at like Joe Rogan or some of the really popular ones, they even have more, like 5 plus. Like Joe Rogan's the first like 10, 15 minutes is pure ads. So
Have you ever watched a television show? You know how many advertisements?
Yeah, right.
You're like, this is not a high number.
But the thing is, I mean, just for context though, like, I mean, we are definitely on par or even lower than most popular podcasts. So it's it's just such a weird
That
take.
is insane.
It's not insane. It's the literal status quo.
Sponsored by MeUndies, Movement, NatureBox, and Dollar Shave Club. This episode is brought to you
He just
by
shows me reading sponsors.
They are making at least $10 per 1,000 views at the fucking bare minimum. Then add pre-roll ads, then add the separate clips channel, and then of course add the affiliate links when people actually purchase
Affiliate
the product.
links. I don't have affiliate links. I've never put affiliate links in my fucking description.
That means that an average
what?
episode of the
What does he mean by that? I'm
we have?
confused.
We put. I think he just means the links
the
to
URL.
the
Yeah.
sponsors.
No, we don't work on commission though.
Oh,
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought he meant like an Amazon, like you put a link.
That is technically what an affiliate. Right. I don't
Yeah.
think that's what he means though.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
could be wrong.
I put a but I don't. Yeah, okay.
The H3 podcast is making conservatively $20,000. You can think I'm full of shit, but come on.
Dude, the thing is, you think $20,000 is a lot because as it appears that you're a young man that, I mean, I don't mean this as an insult. It just looks like you live with your parents still. I could be wrong about that. I'm not saying that to insult you. But we have 3 full-time employees and we have an office. Just do the math on that. Just like do a rough calculation on that. Our costs, $20,000 is not that much money. I mean, it's a lot of money, right? But it's not. I mean, I just. But anyway, what is? I don't get the point of counting our money like as a strike.
He
against
said you
us.
only put 100,000 on it. I said abso-fucking-lutely. I put 100,000 on it. Goes to the winner. Winner takes all.
Just think about it.
I don't even know what that was
podcast
about.
episode gets,
Music.
let's say, average 1 million. Again, conservative. That's a lot of people watching your ads. But
Yes.
again, I have to
That's how
repeat,
business
there is
works, bro.
nothing wrong with that. Just
Okay.
make sure your content does not suffer. That's
I mean, isn't that your objective opinion?
Subjective. but
subjective.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. Subjective. Because I stopped making H3 videos and I started making the podcast.
that's the equation. That's the trade-off. Make more money, do it how you need, make better content, or at least the same degree. That's how.
I mean, live your life how you want. Don't tell me how to live my life.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to
Or
tell you
what?
about that. Do whatever you want to do,
That's
man.
the equation that who wrote.
Yeah.
Chop does it. That's what most relatively successful communities do. The videos improve over time, but yours don't. You spend an average of 10 full minutes each podcast talking about your sponsors. Instead of
That's
reading
not
a
true.
script
normal.
and keeping
It's not 10 minutes, though. It's like 5.
Well,
Well, we've had times in the beginning that it took us longer and we became better at doing
yeah,
it shorter.
we definitely used to drag
But
those
that's
out.
also pretty
We were
normal in
goofing
the
around.
podcasting.
I think we were trying to goof it around and make it entertaining so we'd make it longer. And now we're just snappier because I think people I understand that it's better to just get through it.
Right.
And now our ad reads are probably more like 5 max. Like
3
even
to 5 minutes?
3.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like you said, Ela, that's totally normal.
3 to 5 minutes of
Quick.
ads in a 2-hour podcast.
2 to 3 hour podcast. Back
Yeah.
then we were doing them longer.
and saving people some time. You drag it on. You talk about it. You ramble
Dude,
about
he's making this sinister music, and he's talking about how my ad reads are long. This is made it into his video.
it with Gila.
It's so
and
hot
it's
here.
recorded completely separately of the conversation as well. So it's like a legit commercial break.
Well, a short break. We will be back soon with your boy, John Tron. Thank you to MeUndies for sponsoring this.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch me
Thank
doing
you.
ads.
Oh my god.
Legitimate break in the content. And sometimes these breaks are fucking literally 9 minutes long. Such like in the Ninja interview.
He was just
Dude, people watch. You're making this like if people think it's too much, they can choose not to watch. People are watching the podcast. It's so bizarre.
like we're just kicking it, gaming.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
That's
people
so
watched.
Cool. Guys, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back.
Welcome to running a business. I don't know what to tell you.
Do not go away. Do not leave. Dan cut me off. We'll be right back after this commercial break. See you guys soon. They've got Dr. Carl. You look like a...
In my life at this point, that I'm surprised you don't shoot yourself every time you fucking ramble, honestly, because it's nuts. The amount.
It just flashed on screen 9 minutes of improvised shilling.
on my face.
I don't really think
You know that...
shilling is usually when you're being deceptive about, like if you're being paid to promote a product but you don't disclose that. Like this is all very upfront,
I think shilling just means like selling out in the way he's using it.
I guess.
Shit.
Yeah.
You look like a cream pie. I care about you guys and wish the best for you. Jesus, I really went on a tangent there.
Like, man, I've heard you ramble about Dollar Shave Club so many fucking times in my
I frankly, okay.
life at this point.
Such a
that
weird
I'm
point to
surprised
make.
You don't shoot yourself every time you fucking ramble, honestly, because it's nuts. The amount of time you've spent in your life talking about Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, they pay me to talk about them, dude. Nobody's paying. I mean, look, yeah, they're a sponsor. I don't know what to say, man. You never listen to radio or podcasts or anything?
You don't even shave.
Anyway.
So now we understand why the main channel has suffered so much. It's because why fucking bother making high quality content that takes you potentially hundreds of hours to make when you're gonna make like $500 off the AdSense? You know, why not
Exactly. You nailed it on the head, dude.
just
I
fucking
mean,
sit
that
down
is one point.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. What's wrong with that?
to somebody or talk to your wife who will barely respond, and
Got her.
you know, you'll make 20 to 40K.
Yeah.
In a 2 hour
No
span.
brainer, right?
That's why the podcast is twice a week. It's so that he can make twice as much money.
Wrong. We did it twice a week because we thought that as long as we're focused on the podcast, let's do it more frequently.
That also allowed
why.
us to spread the ads over more episodes. So
Right.
basically do exactly what he's criticizing to,
Right.
to have the ad breaks be less. If we're going to have 4 ads, let's do 2 a week.
Exactly. We didn't get more
and then
ads
we
as a result.
decided
Right.
that it was too much, and we went back to 1 actually.
Well, we went back to 1 when the quarantine happened, and the reason is because I started investing myself in the videos. Right, I needed more time. Like
That's
the Keemstar and the Some Ordinary Gamer, I spent a lot of time on those videos because it was a topic I was passionate about, and I was like, you know what, fuck, I want to talk about this stuff. So there you go.